Have you ever had a fuck now? Damn it, I can't even speak. Have you ever had a coworker that's like so like I don't even want to say dumb, but like they are dumb that you're like, how do people like this even fucking exist, bro? Like I hate the term NPCs because it's like we're all people, we all got our issues, we all have our strengths and weaknesses, but like it's like how do you function in society, bro? Now, I got this one coworker right now. I think he's about to quit, which is gonna suck because I'm gonna have to do more work. But like, he like worked in or he like lived in his car for like months on end while he worked a job. I'm like, for one, like, how do you even keep a professional job living out of your car? Like, are you showering? You just go into work smelling like shit, like full face of hair, like I don't fucking, I guess so. I don't know. And now it just sounds like I'm shitting on homeless people. Like, I mean, I would shit on them, but that's not what this video is about. This is about stupid coworkers. And like, this guy, he had like a 6-figure job living, you know, pretty close to his parents. I think he had his own place and he had like a mental breakdown. He quit, moves across the country and starts living out of his fucking car for like months on end. And then when he starts at the job he has now where I work, he was, like I said, he was living out of his car for months. I'm like, you guys be hiring homeless people here? Like, what the hell? And then I get to know him more and I'm like, it makes sense why he was homeless, dude. Like, this guy will legit just be like, okay, I'm going for a walk. And he'll just walk around the building. You won't see him for the next 30 minutes or an hour. And you're just like, I can't say his name, so we're going to call him, where did E go? Where did he go? He just disappeared. We need E. We need his help. But no, he's gone. He's fucking going on the yellow brick road to fucking Narnia or some shit because you ain't gonna find him for another 30 minutes. And then when he does come back, like, he'll just sit on his fucking phone, like 90% of the time, dude. If I had to give a rough estimate of the time he spent working out of the 8 hours he's there, it's probably 1 hour or less. That might be a high estimate, honestly. And you know what? I said he was dumb at the beginning, and maybe the word's not dumb. Maybe he's just lazy. I honestly can't tell, though, because he keeps complaining that he's not getting a better role at the company, but he won't do his job, bro. Like, just do your job. All I'm saying doesn't matter anymore because he said he's quitting tomorrow, which I'm like I said, it's going to suck for me, but I guess I'll have to deal with it. But no, this guy ain't even the worst example. Like, I worked at a Harris Teeter grocery store for a while, and there's just this one guy, and he was like the most socially incompetent person I've ever met. And that's coming from me. I'm socially awkward as hell, dude. But like, he would try to like rizz up customers and shit. And then he'd find out they're 17 or something, and he'd still try to justify it. He's like, oh, I think that's legal. And I'm like, bro, who gives a shit if it's legal? You're 25. What are we talking about here, bro? Like, 17 and 25? That guy's got to be on at least like 3 different kinds of watch lists. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, and people just go through society like that, dude. I'm like, how do you not get locked up or something? I honestly don't know. And he was one of those, like, I'm a Christian, right? I believe in God and everything. But he was one of those super duper religious people that like never drank, doesn't cuss, goes to church like 3 times a week, all that. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. Like, I support that. I should be better at being a Christian. But then you're going to go and talk to 17-year-olds when you're 25, bro? So, like, all this to say, like, where do companies find these people? And why are we hiring them? You know how many people I met that can't get a job, including myself? It took me 5 months after graduating to get a decent job. And it's not even a very good job. And you're telling me you're hiring people like this. Like, what are we doing?